Today, we're going to talk about warm-up. Okay, today we're going to talk about warm-up. Now, what warm-up is what we do prior to playing golf. It's not getting out of bed, throwing shorts on, running over to 2 practice putts and going to the first tee and actually think you're actually going to go and play some decent golf. Now, I've done that before, and I'm a creature of habit with that, with a lot of things going on prior to playing golf here, especially at Frenchmans, either working on pairing sheets and getting everybody organized on the hole assignments and rule sheets and announcements, and putting on my shoes in the golf cart on the first tee. Well, we're going to tell you or go over what I do or what we should do prior to playing in a tournament, meaning you, or even 2 Point myself would do playing in a South Florida PGA event or any type of large tournament, is that I probably would actually start thinking about the morning the night before, which means I'll have my alarm set for a proper time. Maybe I might set it for 10 minutes earlier, so if I want to hit snooze, that's fantastic. But I still want to have enough time to go through my routine. We'll be having a good breakfast, things like that. So normally what I do the night before is I'll have either all my golf clubs, I'll have them ready where they need to be cleaned and making sure I have all the golf clubs. I might even put my clubs in the car the night before if I'm going somewhere and have all those ready to go. So that's the last thing I'm going to be thinking about. But getting up in the morning on time, either I do some stretching in the morning for maybe 15 or 20 minutes. But on top of that, the whole process is going to be a lot more relaxed. Nothing's going to be rushed, because what I find is that when we rush things through, chances are my tempo, and I'm rushing through the whole day until I get to that first tee. I want to have as the least amount of resistance all the way through, which means that I even want to make sure I know where the car keys are. Sometimes my son likes to play with the car keys, so in the morning it might take me 10 minutes to find the car keys. So those little things like that will set back my process. Or maybe even putting into the GPS the next day and make sure I have the right directions. Do I have the right golf course? All those things will help eliminate any issues we have in the morning prior to going to that tournament. Okay, so I'm going to get up, I'm going to take my time, I have a cup of coffee, or I'm going to stretch a little bit, I go through my routine, I'll get to the golf course maybe an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes early, because if I get there and I start practice an hour prior to, maybe I might hit balls for 20 minutes. I might go chip balls for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And then I'll probably spend about 20 minutes on a putting green, not to a point where I'm actually going to be hitting putt after putt after putt. But I'm going to go to a point where I'm going to take my time through that process of getting from one area to another area, if so be it. I might talk to somebody on the putting green. I'm going to give myself a time to relax a little bit in between, and also get to a point where now I'm 10 minutes out. I want to make sure I have water, I have a towel, I have all the golf clubs in my bag, I have an extra glove available, I have my rangefinder out. All these things are done prior to even, hey, now we're listening to announcements and we're headed out on the golf course. I want to be completely focused at that point there on what I need to do, which means I'm focused on our first tee shot. My head shouldn't be thinking about other things, focusing on the golf, okay? So I'm going to go over a little overview. We talk about when we get in the morning there, and I take my time and I've allowed 20 minutes to hit golf balls. Now, hitting golf balls prior to playing golf is different than a normal practice routine. Hitting golf balls in the morning is not trying to find a swing. It's hitting golf balls and loosening up. To be very honest with you, I don't get really worried about where that ball's going, because that's the last thing you're thinking about is where it's going and what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. I want to get myself relaxed. I want to get myself loose. I want to get myself into a frame of mind that I don't have any issues going on, or nor do I want to hurt myself. So my process is very, very, it's very slow. Nothing's rushed, okay? So if I want to hit 20 golf balls of just hitting little pitch shots, even if I want to go chipping first, and I'm on the range here and I'm just going to probably hit a few little short, little 30-yard shots, and I'm not trying to focus on how to hit that shot. I'm just getting to a point. I might even thin it. I might hit it heavy. It doesn't matter because I'm just trying to feel that softness back and through. Okay, so let's give a little example we're talking about here. Is that just a little 30-yard shot? It's nothing that creates a lot of effort. Like I hit that thin, but I'm getting myself relaxed. I'm not getting myself all worked up for nothing. Going through that process a little bit, and these little pitch shots here, and getting that fluidity there. Now that was much better, okay? So whatever I did before there, I'm not gonna focus on what I did wrong when I hit that thin shot. I'm just trying to get that motion down. So what I'll do is I might even go to a point where I might actually take another wedge and kind of hit the same shot. I might be a little bit longer, a little farther shot, but I might hit 15, 20 shots here just to get myself a feeling of hitting that soft shot there. It's getting my arms relaxed and getting that fluidity into my golf swing prior to going and playing golf. And I got my little alignment aids down on the ground here, my alignment sticks, to make sure I'm lined up properly. And again, the whole time is I've already loosened up a little bit, did some stretching. I'm just trying to get that fluidity down and just trying to get that body relaxed, okay? So moving ahead a little bit more, actually might even probably take a couple pitching wedges. I might hit 10 or 15 of those. So I might be at my 10-minute mark, and I probably hit maybe 35, 40 golf balls. What I don't want to do is to grab 4-irons and try to hit 300-yard 4-irons or 250-yard 4-irons. It's not going to do me any good because all I'm going to do is create this frustration. How many 4-irons are going to hit that day? I'm not going to hit a lot of 4-irons that day. I might hit a lot of wedges. So I'm trying to make myself visualize positive feedback. How am I going to do that? Would I want to put the ball down in the hole there and try to hit a 5-iron out there? No. I'm going to put it on a tee. I'm eventually going to have to hit a ball off a tee on a par 3 on an iron shot. So let's practice that. I'm eliminating the feeling that I either maybe hit it a little heavy, a little bit thin. I'm just giving myself an opportunity to make contact with the center of that club face. I'm not thinking about a lot. I'm just going through my routine, taking my time, and just think about finishing to a nice balanced finish, taking my time. Don't try to kill certain things. Okay? A little squeaky in my feet there. Maybe my balance wasn't perfect. But I'm not going to focus so much on where the ball went. I'm going to be thinking about that bounce. And I'm going to hit probably 5 or 6 of them off the ground, like off a tee like this, not on the ground. And then once I get really comfortable with that, I might actually put the ball on the ground and hit a couple shots. Working on my posture, getting myself set, getting comfortable. Very good. Now, that was hit really, really solid. I hit it dead straight, about a 1-yard draw. Balance was good there. I'm taking some good positive energy from that shot right there. I'm feeling good about myself. The last thing I want to do is be feeling that, oh my God, I'm hitting this slice all over the place and I'm getting myself all worked up, and I don't have to, okay? So I'll work through it. I might hit a couple rescue clubs here. And again, I'm going to probably hit it off a tee. My body's getting a little bit more relaxed. I'm getting looser. My muscles feel really comfortable. And again, I'm not trying to hit this thing 250 yards. I'm just trying to make contact. And again, putting the ball on the tee, working on getting myself nice and relaxed, going through my process, nothing's rushed, into that nice balanced finish. Okay, we'll hit one more though. That wasn't very good. But that's okay. I'd rather get those out of the way. Out here on the warm-up tee. This one I'm going to hit really good. Focus. Very good. And again, I hit that one really, really good. Now I might hit one more just to get that feeling again, but I don't necessarily need to do that. And then I might hit a couple 3-woods and I'll just go to the driver. And again, I'm not focused on so much of where the ball is going. I'm just getting a feeling of what that club's doing. What's my body doing? What's my body not doing? Do I feel tight? Is my balance off? A lot of things like that. Get comfortable. Don't focus on so much of what the mechanics. Just getting to a point where we want to get that club into a nice bounce position at the end. Very good. Got the blood flowing a little bit here. Working up a little sweat, get myself warmed up. So, and again, I might hit a few more of those. And then I'll probably go back to hitting my little pitch shot, or I like to call an extended chip. Get myself to a point where now I got some blood flowing, but I got the adrenaline going, so I want to kind of bring that back. I want to pull those reins back. Relaxing more, breathing. You can see by the tone of my voice that I feel like my heart rate's getting up a little bit there. I want to bring that back down. I want to stand here and breathe a little bit more. Take the deep breaths, relaxing a little bit more. And I felt a different change in my heartbeat already because I'm breathing better. I'm going through this a lot softer here. I'm going back to that little 30-yard shot and just trying to build some fluidity and not so much focusing on the result. Okay, very good. So I really feel good right now that I actually can go out and actually hit some decent shots. Now, that was about maybe a quarter of what the time I would actually do here. I probably would spend maybe 5 minutes more on each part of those there and focus on those things. But now I'm going to wash my clubs, my wedges, get myself organized, and give myself time to get to the golf cart, maybe go over to do some chipping, or maybe hit a couple bunker shots if so, and also allow my time to get back to the staging area, go through my process of kind of hit some putts there, get a sense of the speed of the greens, get my water, get anything I need prior to leaving that staging area, going out hitting that first tee shot. Don't want me looking for tees, you know, oh, where's my golf ball? I got to put a mark on my golf. That's all done 10 minutes prior to sitting in that golf cart and actually sitting there and just doing nothing for like 3 minutes. You get a sense of now you're starting to focus on what's happening in the round. You're not so worried about doing all this other stuff, getting things organized. You're thinking about what's going to happen here in the near future. Your blood pressure and your heartbeat are very relaxed because you're sitting not doing anything. You're saying hello to somebody. How you doing today? All those things, okay? So I hope that this helped you understand what your process should be prior to the men's club championship or the ladies eclectic event or the ladies club championship. All these things are very, very important. And again, not necessarily for a large event. It should be basic for every time you go play golf. Now, the time might be not as quick or that day might not be as crucial as any other day, but, and again, if you approach every day with a certain routine, your body reacts to that. You get comfortable. You know, there's a certain thing about watching some people on the PGA Tour and you see their mentality or their slowness or their relaxation. I mean, Freddie Couples goes through things like he's not doing anything. And you get a look at a guy like John Daly where everything is very fast. Smoking cigarettes really fast. His swing's very fast. Everything he does is fast. So that guy right there is going to get more upset because everything is rushed. Freddie Couples, it's like, I mean, he could fall asleep standing up. So those are the things that you should be thinking about prior to playing golf, taking your time through the process, understanding what you're trying to do. You're not going out here to try to hit your 7-iron on a driver range and working on hitting a 5-yard draw that morning. That's not what you should be doing, okay? You should focus on getting warmed up because that's what they call it, getting warmed up. I'm glad this helped you. If you would like me to go over this with you a little bit more in depth, you know, one-on-one, it'd be my absolute pleasure on doing something like that for you. So, and again, till next time, good warm-up.